Want to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com, where the world plays poker.
Playing poker is the ultimate adrenaline rush, the biggest mental challenge, and the greatest Oscar performance you'll ever give. I'm Roxanne Ciordia, and this is the PartyPoker.com European Open 3. The best players from around the globe are all chasing the same dream, $125,000 and the European Open 3 title. There's no room for fear or recklessness around the table, and with only one seat remaining in our first semifinal, it's all or nothing for our 6 players tonight. We head over to Jessie May, who's joined by Swedish poker legend Ken Leonard.
I'm here with Ken Leonard. Now, Ken, you're called a Swedish poker legend, but it's not just because you've been around a long time.
No, it's because I behaved in a very strange way sometimes, I guess.
I mean, in Sweden, you're considered the voice of poker, or Mr. Poker. What do you think the secret is to this one-table, six-handed game?
I think you need to feel the flow of the game to see, not, okay, he's playing tight, everybody can see that, but when he's going to make the move, who is he going to make the move against? You got to try to call the guy's move before they make it.
And what kind of player impresses you the most on these sort of tables?
The guy who can change gears and adjust their play to their different opponents.
Well, let's have a look at who's going to be sitting at the table tonight.
Texas Tim Flanders going to be giving it a spin. He's due for a win. Ashley Hales, they call him the Bear, and it's no wonder. Widely regarded as one of the best players from Wolverhampton, Captain Jez Bailey. David Smith, Londoner. He's got a lot of experience on the felt, as does the magician, Howard Plant, who makes his chips disappear. And the bookies' favorite, highly popular Scally John Calmer.
These players are itching to get started. We go over to the table as they get ready to walk on.
The woolly mammoth might be an extinct species, but these 6 poker players all fighting for life in the PartyPoker.com European Open 3. One of them going to go through to that semifinal stages. Very experienced lineup, including Tim Flanders, Ashley Hales, Jez Bailey from the Midlands. A lot of these guys, experienced poker players, world-class poker players, waiting to break through on that big stage. Is this their chance? Jonathan Scally, he might be the favorite based on form and results alone. Of course, in this format, players start with 100,000 each in chips. The yellow chips are worth 1,000 apiece. The blues are 2. The reds worth 5K. 600,000 in chips on the table. You must win them all to go to the next round. We are off. Blinds starting at 1 in 2,000. Tim Flanders on the button this hand. Action will be on David Smith, who believe he's making his second televised. Wow, I was right.
Got the Cowboys.
Cool.
And he's limping in. What do you think about slow playing these big pairs?
From time to time I like to do it, but since I'm an aggressive player I don't like to do it too much because they're disguised by your aggressiveness.
Well, David Smith obviously hoping for a raise behind him. He hasn't gotten it. Now
this is the problem. Early in the tournament people like to see flops, so that you're likely to get a flop against a lot of opponents.
I mean, he has to be prepared to throw him away now. And up, the worst could happen, and it did.
Now, he needs to be prepared to lay this hound down against 3 opponents.
Well, Jonathan Scally has flopped the 3/8, and he's just checked it on the flop here.
Ooh, 4 of a kind.
Would you like to say that David Smith might be out of this tournament?
Yes. I can't see how he can fold this one now.
5,000.
It seems like it's just going to be a question of how much money Calmar is going to get in. I mean, Scally's just calling here, and there's no way that he knows how strong Smith is.
That's true. I mean, his slow playing is probably the right move a lot of the times, but this time he should play it really fast to get all the chips in the middle.
The pot's 18,000. David Smith is drawing dead to 4 of a kind.
And ace is the only card that can help him.
Yeah,
to
to
scare him.
It hasn't come. I mean, if you're sitting in David Smith's spot right now,
You like your hand, that's for sure.
5,000.
That's a ridiculous bet. That's a totally ridiculous bet. I mean,
Raised to 15,000.
I just wonder if Smith is going to call a re-raise here.
Call. Okay, James.
okay, he got out of trouble, but I don't understand how he played his hand. Slow playing, fine, I can accept that. But then you need to start betting at some point to get some chips in the middle.
Slow playing has subtleties all its own. Heed the advice of former world champion Phil Hellmuth.
So you want to slow play a hand? That's fine, just make sure you don't bust yourself after the flop comes down. I like to slow play aces and kings sometimes, especially if I've been doing a little bit of calling. If I've called once or twice and someone's raising behind me, then that's terrific. I'm going to just call with my aces. And I think that slow playing is a very effective way to build big pots. But when you slow play, you want to bet big on the flop to find out whether your overpair is good or not. If you run into a lot of resistance, then be prepared to get away from the hand. You slow play a hand to get action. You don't slow play a hand to go broke.
You had that look in your eye. It's just a case of enjoying it.
If you'd known he'd got kings, you'd have raised a bit more, wouldn't you?
Oh, but that should represent the
It seems like in this format, Ken, you know, you don't get that many opportunities. You have to make the most of the ones you get.
Absolutely, and
Pass.
yeah, I don't like this at all.
Pass.
Like I said, I like to play tight in the beginning, but sometimes I like to charge and make a lot of races. But against these guys, you know they're just going to play fast. So it would have been the correct move to raise big with kings.
Well, speaking of playing fast, Ashley Hales speeding from the button with Queen 7. There's a lot of fast players at this table, but I think Ashley Hales is about 7 miles faster than any of them.
Yeah, just look at him. I mean, you can see a mile away. He can't fold the hand. He's just going to play fast and bully the table. He bullied it. He bullied the other pupils in school. He bullied the other guys at the office, and he bullied the girls and the boys at the nightclubs. He bullies everybody, so he's going to bully here as well.
That is his style. He's a lovely guy, but you're right. He likes to push.
Raised to 6,000 total.
And here comes Calmer.
This is interesting.
Call.
Tim has chosen to just flat call there. I mean, he could have done a lot of things. What do you think of the
No, I like
call?
that.
Call.
Pocket nines is a good hand, and
Pass.
you have chips, so why
Pass.
not get the best odds to try to win a monster pot with low risk?
I guess sometimes early on, you don't want to get too many chips
Call.
in too early.
I'm only calling with this filth in case I flop the nuts.
This pot is 4 ways for 6,000, and I
Check.
think Ashley Hales is going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's out-aced.
12,000.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of chips. And
Pass.
Tim Flanders, he had a good hand. He didn't invest a lot, and he can fold easily now. He escaped out of trouble.
Call.
Calmer's bet 12,000. It's flat called by
Pass.
Hales. Does Ashley know where he's at right here? Do you think
No, I don't think so.
Does Calmer?
He's supposed to have the best hand. Ashley, he can't actually have ace king because he would have re-raised pre-flop against 2 opponents.
Check.
Well, Scally
Check.
has checked it, and Ashley has checked behind him. Perhaps a mutual respect here. These guys are going to keep
I
the
don't
pot
know.
small.
There's a flush draw out there. There's a big pot. You need to take a stab at it. Protect your hand. Oops, that's the 9.
Sure is. That would have made Tim Flanders.
15,000.
And now Scally's come betting 15,000. Well, Ashley's not going to fold.
No, he's got an easy call here.
Call.
And he escaped. Could have been a lot more expensive.
What's saying, Skull?
John, Scally Calmar getting the benefit of some big hands early.
Yeah, but he made the same mistake twice now, not betting enough. You need to make the opponents pay when you have the monster.
He's got 175,000. Is it going to be enough to dominate?
No, not against these players.
You feel